Hello everyone, welcome to Naomi's Bookshelf. Welcome to my TBR for April. Now, I have filmed, I think, 3 videos in the last month and not had the spoons to put them out, to edit them. I'm behind, I have filmed, I'm just struggling. But another problem hit me when I'm like trying to film because I knew this was coming up. So I was gonna film my TBR, but then this happened. My thing snapped because I use my phone to film. So it snapped for the second time. So I had to wait till I got a new one, which thankfully came on Good Friday. So I'm filming this on the Saturday of Easter weekend, and it is pushing it a little late, to be perfectly honest, but that's okay. We're gonna be good. I have finished almost everything. The only thing I haven't finished is the prompt of the study, and for that one, I have like an hour and a half left of my audiobook of The Murder of Roger Ackroyd, which I'm counting because Roger Ackroyd is murdered in his study. So I figure that's a okay situation. I'm gonna start with the cards, but I do have a couple books I am prioritizing first. And by the way, ignore my background. The spoons have not been there this month. The 2 books I do need to read this upcoming month is Mistborn for my book club. I recommended this as one that we should pick, so this will be our April read. I have to be done by the 2nd Wednesday in April. I don't remember what that date is, but I have not started it yet again. It has been, I have read it before, so it'll be a reread, but I just have to actually get on it. And so that's my hope for this upcoming week. I also am reading A Necessary Evil. We were going to read it last month with Berna and Nikki, but we've pushed it back to this month, or for April. So I will be reading this one as well. These are the only 2 books I have committed to reading. I will be reading the next ones in the Agatha Christie series, but in a video I have yet to edit. I will hopefully have that one up before this video goes live. But I have been struggling. So I might take a little bit of a break from reading in chronological order, or publication order, I should say, and pick something else that fits for the 1930s decade. I think I might go with like Lord Edward Dies. That one might be fun, but it's not a hard and solid book pick. So these are at least the 2 I know I have to read as specific titles. So let's get into the card draws and what we'll be choosing for the next month. Here we go. We're going to start shuffling. Now, I am not doing any readathons in April. I am gonna just take it easy, read what I want to read. I'm in the mood to read like sweet, cheesy romances. I'm in the mood to read certain kinds of nonfiction. It's weird. I'm like, sweet, cheesy romance, hardcore true crime. I'm kind of in that limbo there. So we'll see what I pick up. I have a lot of options. I'm also thinking about for the book club and the Buzzwordathon picks. So I have a few things I've already selected, and hopefully I'll get to them. And if not, I'll mention what they could be with these. So let's get to the first card. The first one is the dining room. The second card is Miss Scarlet. Third one is the wrench. Fourth one is Dr. Orchid. Fifth one is Colonel Mustard. Sixth one is the billiard room. Seventh one is the conservatory. I always seem to get this card. Anyways, eighth one is Professor Plum. And the 9th prompt will be the lead pipe. So I'm gonna find some books to fit these prompts, and I'll be right back with you to let you know what I picked. So I picked out all my books. I feel like pretty happy with the list, actually. There's a couple I'm not super sold on, but that's okay. So the first one I will be showing you, or the first couple will be the books I don't have physically, just so I don't forget, because right now I'm like a goldfish. Anyways, the first one is for the conservatory, which I will be reading The Complete Language of Trees. I do not remember the author's name because, like I said, goldfish. But anyways, the title and the author's name will be listed. It'll be listed in my description box, along with a link to Goodreads. I will try to remember to do that, but you can definitely check that out and find that out. Basically, I think it's just a description of how the trees live. Like, A part of nature. I've never heard of it before. This is for the Buzzwordathon because it has to have a nature word in the title. And quite honestly, I was like, what kind of unique things can I pull for my Buzzwordathon this year? And this is one of them. So I am very sorry. So I will be trying to pick up the complete language of trees for this, for the conservatory. But yeah, I don't know much, but I'm interested to give it a try and see what it's like. I know I'm reading a book about trees as well in September for my book club, but you know what? This will just be a nice little precursor too, I'm sure. So yeah, we'll just read that one for the conservatory. The next one is one I also do not own, but it is mammoth. It is huge. It's for Professor Plum, and I'll be reading A Royal Experiment. I think the author's name is Janice Hadlow. I believe she's the same one who wrote The Other Bennett Sister and a couple other ones that I've heard of. So I'm walking into this one tentatively. It is 700 pages and it's nonfiction about King George III. So I think it's about technically Mad King George. I think that's the family. The Georges mix me up. So it'll be good to be in that kind of era of history, learn some more. It's about the family life. It's, yeah, royal experiments. I think it's just a study of them because it seems like their family was a little wild to be a part of. So Professor Plum, I'm going to try to get this one in. This one is for 2 challenges. It will be for the Golden Girls Reading Challenge, which is disability rep. As I believe, like I said, this one had Mad King George, so mental health will be discussed. And then this is also going to be for the Book Covered Book Club because the color or thing that we have to find on it is peach fuzz, like the color of the year. So I found it kind of in the portrait that's on the cover, so I'm going with that. I have another book I think would match it, but A Royal Experiment is my pick. And I'm going to challenge myself with this one. It is 700 pages, but hopefully it is really, really interesting and it flies by. The next one is one that I was struggling with. It's for the billiards room. And this one, I couldn't find something that had a game, something that was like interesting to me. But I realized in billiards, or at least when you're playing pool, which is a little different, I will acknowledge that. But they have numbers on them. So I'm going with a book with a number in the title. And that's Six Against the Rock by Clark Howard. This is an Alcatraz story. I'm not sure what perspective it's from, but this is a true crime. Like I said, I'm in the mood for true crime. And this is quite an old book that I picked up when I was like going on a binge to read about Alcatraz. And I never read this one or I think 3 other ones I own. So it's true crime, has a number in the title, but I'm not sure how it's going to portray the story. It is kind of big, but you know what? I'm excited to pick it up and at the very least get it off my shelves if I'm not loving it. For the dining room, I am going with something that's kind of food related. This is a hopefully cheesy romance. I want it to be cheesy. And that is Tacos for Two by Becky St. Amant. This one is about a food truck competition. So I guess that could have worked for a game, but whatever. This one is where basically there's 2 competing food trucks and it's a romance. It's Christian, it's gonna be sweet and fun, and I'm hoping I love it. I don't know much else, but honestly, I'm just wanting something good. And I think I've heard some good reviews of this, if I remember right. So that just increases my interest. For Dr. Orchid, I'm gonna pick one of my classics. I have not been doing well with them, and that's on me. I know as a reader, you can read whatever you want to read, whatever you feel like, but honestly, this is something I want to do better at, so I have been failing. So I'm going to be picking The Skeleton's Holiday by Lenora Carrington. I don't know anything about this. I got this in a Bookishly box, and it's something like, I don't know, fables, surrealism or something. I don't know, but I figured doctors, you know, they study biology and your body has a skeleton. It works in my head. I hope it works in yours. So it's short. It's one of their modern classics and hopefully it's a big success and quick and easy read where I get to knock an author off my list, but also enjoy a book that I have been, I don't know, not reaching for. For Miss Scarlet, I did pick one that I'm not sure if I'm gonna read in April. I might just need a break, which you'll see in the video, which I hope I get up quick. Anyways, this is The Big Four. So this will be next on my to-read list for the Reading Christie books in publication order. I did not enjoy this one thoroughly, and so I am apprehensive. but it has a red cover, and I believe, if I remember right, Miss Scarlet was like tied to espionage and stuff, which even if she's not, it's a red cover. I'm excited to do this, although this would be perfect for a book with the rope. I did not plan that out, but I don't have a rope, so it's all fine. Anyways, yeah, this one is a reread for me, obviously, because I have read all of Christie's mysteries. But this one follows Poirot as he is trying to solve this big international case with 4 masterminds, essentially. And I just didn't love it. So it's going on here, and we'll see if I skip it or not. For the wrench, I'm going to go with Mistborn, because Mistborn is a world where metals is the form of magic, or they use metals in their magic. The wrench is metal, so I'm thinking it works. This one I really enjoyed. If I remember right, it was about this young girl, and she was doing like this heist or trying to take over from this tyrant. It was a long time ago. I read it like 2 years ago now, and I'm excited to reread it. It is 600 plus pages, but this is the month for big books and short books, apparently. I don't know. So I'm good to read this again and hopefully continue on the series, because I did mean to do that and I never did. But it'll be exciting to talk about this with book clubs, so that'll be perfect. For Colonel Mustard, I'm going with, once again, Necessary Evil. This one is in India. It's about a war vet. It works. I still don't know anything about this, but I'm excited to pick it up and read it in the upcoming couple weeks with Berna and Nikki. So yeah, this will be an exciting one for sure. The last book is The Lead Pipe, and The Lead Pipe, like last month when I got Lead Pipe, I went with a water theme. I'm going with water theme again, and this is my Read Christie 2024 book, which is The Death on the Nile, because this was published, I think it was 1937, I believe. I recently started watching the Kenneth Branagh adaptation, and I was like, why am I doing this to myself? It makes me so mad. And then I was watching it, realizing it's been a little while since I've actually read the book. So we're gonna read it. I'm very excited for this. I love this book so much, so that's why the adaptation annoys me to no end. But Death on the Nile should be a really fun time, and I am really excited to get back into these characters, remember them for who they are and not what the movie switched them around to be, and just have a good time with Death on the Nile. This one follows Poirot as he is in Egypt, and he comes across this couple who are newly married, but near-death experiences keep happening to the wife, Lynette. This also is one of those books where you're not in Egypt for a while. So you'll be, it's I think in England for the first like 50, 100 pages almost. And you learn a lot about Lynette and her wealth and all of the people around her. And then you get to Egypt on their honeymoon. So really interesting. I really enjoy this book and I am excited to pick it up. It is a 5-star. So this is one Christie I'm super excited to get to. I think that one also has peach fuzz on the cover, so I should be good in that regard. But yeah, those are the books I will be reading. I have changed my goals a little, and I'm thinking I'll do a video in April about my like 3-month update, how my goals have been, and update you on my changes that I have made. So it should be an interesting time, but I am excited about all these. Most of these, excluding of course, which is such a strange one, the Big Four. But anyways, I'm excited. I am looking forward to the month of reading and seeing what kind of books I will fall in love with. Please leave me a comment down below what you'll be reading the month of April. If you have been loving any books lately, I'd love to know. Unfortunately, I do not have the spoons to respond to comments a lot. That takes a lot of brain power, but I do read them and I appreciate them, so thank you very much. I would also love it if you gave this video a like and subscribe if you are new here. That'd be awesome, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.
In a house that I don't know,